We are at the end of day one here. Long canoe paddle. Back in the cottage, the camp, the cabin, whatever you want to call it. With a big feast prepared by Richard.
Hey, Paul.
What you got in that glass there, Richard?
Just a little rose gin, I think.
Oh.
A new trial thing. Yeah, rose gin right here. Not bad, actually. Pretty
Product
good.
Display here.
Pretty good. Dylan's rose gin. Right
Nice. There. And what have you got tonight?
We got a steak, a strip loin, bone in, some tomatoes with salt and pepper, some beautiful barbecued asparagus, and some triple baked potatoes.
Perfect. Bon appetit. Paul and Richard here tonight around our bonfire here on Chris Willis Lake, just outside Temagami. Completed our first day. Sun has gone down. And Richard, over to you for a little recap of the day.
Arrived here at about, got a great flight in from Darren. Arrived here about 1:30, a little ahead of schedule. Took the Scott canoe out and paddled up Chris Willis Lake here. At the end of Chris Willis Lake, there's a little river that goes into Betty's Hole, and it's fully navigable. And went up through Betty's Hole and up into Betty's Hole, up to the start of to get into Tupper Lake, which we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to actually go up. We're going to climb Maple Mountain tomorrow. Great day. We caught one fish. Paul caught a what was it, Paul? Sunfish.
It was about a 4-inch sunfish.
About that big, huge sunfish.
Oh, I thought it was
one
4
of the
inches.
biggest sunfish I've ever seen. But great day today. Fantastic little cabin here, and just an incredible setup. We'll get back to you tomorrow on the top of Maple Mountain, which we can see off in the distance. We can see the fire tower. Spectacular lake, private, and can't beat it, man. Look forward to a great night and a great day tomorrow. We'll be back at you.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Richard and Paul here from beautiful Chris Willis Lake, just outside of Temagami. Arrived here yesterday via Lakeland Airways, and we are on the dock and ready to go in our canoe. This is actually more of a fishing lake, but we're going to be doing canoeing most of our time. Today we're headed down the lake and through some rivers and lakes to Maple Mountain, one of the highest points in Ontario. So we'll fill you in on our journey, and Richard will be back with the next chapter.
Pretty special. Hey, Richard here. Just left about 20 minutes ago from our little cabin on Chris Willis. We're making our way between Chris Willis Lake and Betty's Hole. There's a little river in between. It's fully navigable, other than this one little beaver dam that we have to get out and pull over. So Paul is going to get us out and pull us over, and he's going to get wet feet because the rule is that the stern, which I'm in, yep, that's me, doesn't have to get wet feet, right? So it's part of stern etiquette. Yeah, that's the right word. So we're gonna go through here, and then we're gonna show you the next little leg of the journey in a little bit. There's Paul getting out. He's gonna try to keep dry feet here, right?
Already wet.
Already wet. Okay.
Well, thank you.
That's it. Hey guys. On our way to Maple Mountain, just coming through, behind us is Betty's Hole. Just coming through this nice little river on the way to Tupper Lake. Spectacular day, dead calm. Very beautiful. We'll connect with you when we get up to the base of Maple and show you the track up there. Hey guys, we just came through Betty's Hole, navigated the river, fully navigable into Betty's Hole. Now we're in a little river that brings us up to Tupper Lake, and then we get into Hobart Lake, another river to Hobart, on our way to Maple Mountain. Beautiful day, dead calm, spectacular journey here, and we'll come back to you when we get to the landing before we start the trek up to Maple Mountain.
Go, Richard. Hey, we just arrived on Tupper Lake after some interesting paddles through some narrow, very shallow rivers where some beaver dams were, but we powered through it with some great paddling for you canoeists. It's definitely possible to get from Willis through Betty's Hole to Hobart and into Tupper and on to Maple Mountain, which is our next stop.
Well, we made it. Here we are at the top of Maple Mountain, 642 meters up here, right up in Temagami, Ontario. It's about a 3.5 kilometer trek from Tupper Lake, from the landing. We forgot to actually show you the landing when we pulled in, but we'll do that when we pull out. It's a grind, guys. It's a grind to get up here, but it is well worth it. You can see the views here. The old fire tower is just behind the trees here. It's just about 20 meters away. You can't see it with the trees, but views are spectacular. It's a grind to get up here, but it's well worth the journey. And bring lots of water because you'll be sweating. And I'd highly recommend you bring a little bush light as well because you're going to need a little refreshment once you hit the summit. We'll talk to you when we're down at the bottom. We'll show you exactly where the entry is to the trail when we exit here. Thanks.
Hey everyone, descending from Maple Mountain, and wanted to point something out for anyone who's going to be climbing here in the next while. We're about 2/3 of the way up, and right behind me is the former trail that took you to a very steep cliff face and ladder to take you up there. That has now been closed, as you can see, and a new trail has been put in, which is still pretty fresh, but a lot more forgiving on the way up, easier ride, and you still get to the same place. So look out for that change in trailing here on the way down from the mountain.
As promised, we'd give you a little, show you exactly where we came in to Maple Mountain Trail across Tupper Lake. So obviously, prior content, you say we're at the top. We forgot to do this demo. So straight across Tupper Lake, there's a little river over there. Straight in, you'll see a bunch of canoes here. And literally the trailhead is right here. And you're looking at about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most to get from here to the top of Maple Mountain. It's a good trek. It's worth it. And I hope if you guys or anybody watching this video is going to Maple Mountain, you get a bluebird day like we've had today. Cheers.
Hey everyone, we have finally made it back to our cabin on Chris Willis Lake. All told, left at 9 o'clock, back at 5:30. So that's a good day of paddling. About
20 kilometers.
20 kilometers of paddling. Thanks, Richard. And about 15,000 steps to get up and back from the mountain. And so we're in dry dock here. We've had some refreshments, and we're going to settle in here and have some dinner. But if ever you get a day like this, go for it, because it was a terrific day of paddling, climbing, and great great vistas here up in Temagami.
We got these 3 motorboats that came with the cabin here on Chris Willis. There's 1, 2, and one over here. Of course, we haven't fired them up at all because we're eco-friendly, right, Paul? We're canoe dudes.
eco-friendly, and this is a fishing spot, but we may go out on one of these boats tomorrow.
You sure?
See if we can catch a fish or two.
All right, over to. I gotta put that other big log in, Paul. All right, Richard here. Day 3 for us at on Chris Willis Lake, Lakeland Airways little cabin here. Yesterday, you may recall, we climbed Maple Mountain. Today, we are going to head this way down Chris Willis, and there's a little portage up into Lady Evelyn River. And we're gonna do Franks Falls and Center Falls, and maybe go a little bit further up from there as well. We'll see how energetic we are today, but we're looking forward to it. Still have not fired up one of the motorboats, but we may consider that later today, right, Paul?
Absolutely. That's
anyway, well, you know, we're gonna show you a little content when we get up into Lady Evelyn River. The beautiful thing about this lake is not only do we have Chris Willis, but you've got tons of accessible territory from here. Look forward to a great day. You can see it's another Bluebird day.
Hey, good morning. This is stop number 1 on our 3rd day of the trekking through this area. We just arrived at Franks Falls, which you may be able to hear just downriver a bit. You'll notice we do not have our canoe with us. We left it halfway back in the woods behind. It was a little treacherous going through there, so we thought the better of trying to get it all the way to Franks Falls here. And we also realized we didn't have the right footwear on, so we were slipping and sliding around like crazy. So like all good travelers, we're doing a little contingency planning, and we will go back from where we came, maybe tails between our legs, and do some fishing on Chris Willis, which we may even get in that powerboat today to do. Over to you. Okay, we're back at the cabin here, day 3, Chris Willis Lake, and the time has come. It is time for Richard and I to start up the motorboat, which he's just done, and we're going to go out and do some fishing.
One pull, baby.
One pull. Knows all the equipment here really well. Great to have them. And we're going to go out and see if we can catch any fish. It's extremely warm. It's getting upwards of 27 Celsius right now. So not sure the fish will be biting, but we're going to put our lines in the water and see what happens. We'll get back with more, hopefully some big fish to show you. Okay, 7:15 on Wednesday night, and it's 90 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius, and the sun is coming in hot into the cabin here. And look out on the water, totally still, nothing moving.
Well, it's our last morning here at Chris Willis. It's extraction day. We've got Darren who's going to be flying in at 10 o'clock to pick us up. Got a little breakfast. Just want to give you a quick tour of the cabin. You can see it's all well set up with propane fridge, propane stove. It's even got a water pump, which is, you know, fantastic. Obviously, you know, fresh water here. And then great dining area, and
A little messy.
well, a little messy this morning. We're gonna clean that up though before we go. You see 2 bedrooms, a bunk bed and single bed in each. So incredible setup. And Paul, show the view out the window here. Show the view out the window, out the front window.
Don't forget the stove for when it gets cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the stove. That's right. We didn't use that because it's been 30 degrees.
And here is the view.
There's the view. And maybe before you edit or shut it down, look at the back window and show where the outhouse is. Not very far.
Come back
Right
here.
out that back window.
Probably one of the best outhouses.
Oh,
You can see it back there.
it's like a 5-star outhouse.
Yeah, it's 5-star up there. in the woods.
Last day here. Here's our Darren coming in to pick us up. Extraction day. Spectacular cabin here on little Chris Willis Lake, and what a beautiful morning for a landing. Nice job, Darren. Wow, such a great little cabin. Fantastic couple of days here.
Any final reflections there?
No, I'd say just awesome, great, a fantastic setup here from Lakeland Airways, and can't beat it. It's been incredible. We caught 3 fish, a little poik, and Paul caught a, what was it?
Sunfish.
About that big. And I caught a little bass, actually smaller than sunfish, but we didn't fish much. But it was a great, highly recommend this for anybody who wanted to come up and see Temagami. Spectacular area, incredible area, and great little cabin, great service.
And if you fish like us, bring your own food, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Because
sure.
you'd be pretty hungry at the end of 3
Most
days.
definitely.
We'd delight it.
We'll talk to you back in the dock when we got our courier service coming in to pick us up here. There he is. It's a little drifter. Little drifter.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are things?
Oh, fantastic.
Was it warm enough for you?
Oh, it was a cooker, man.
Should see it inside here.
Yeah.
Not too bad yet today, but man, oh man.
Oh, yeah. No, we saw you flying over yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you see us in the canoe there, right?